Take 3. Hi, welcome back to This Day in History. It is August 12th, 2024. As you know, it's not about the year, but the importance of the date. And what's important about today is that not only is it my best friend's wife's birthday, so happy birthday, Kayla, but it is my sobriety birthday. Yes, that is right. 24 years ago today, I quit drinking, and I have been sober for 24 years. So, that's a bold accomplishment for me, and I'm pretty proud of that accomplishment. So let's get into the birthday, shall we? We've got some good stuff here. I love this man's work. He was born in 1881. His name is Cecil B. DeMille. He's an American film director. Now, if you have watched any epic films from the 50s, you've probably seen his work. If you've seen Charlton Heston's The Ten Commandments, and I'm not sure if he worked on Ben-Hur, but I mean, he did do The Ten Commandments. Great film, amazing director. I know he's long since passed, but today's his birthday. 1887 marks the birthday of Erwin Schrödinger. Erwin Schrödinger was an Austrian physicist. 1907, we see the birth of Andrew Boy. That's what he went by. He went by Boy Charlton. Was an Australian swimmer, and if I recall correctly, I believe he participated in the Olympics in 1924. I think, possibly. I think it was. I think he did participate in the 24 Olympics, but I'm not sure. 1930, we see the birth of George Soros. Who's George Soros? Well, he's a financier. He's a rich guy. He likes to fund a lot of, liberal lefty, causes. It's said that he's an American entrepreneur, but he was Hungarian born. In fact, his bio says that when the Nazis came to Germany, they falsified their documents, their information, whatever, so that they could get away with. He was a Jewish family. He came from a Jewish family, but they falsified their records to say that they weren't Jewish, so that they could survive the Holocaust. And they eventually made it to England, where he studied in economics, and he became a financier. He has had his hand in the crippling of economies. And there is speculation that he's trying to do that here in the United States, trying to bring our economy down, because he's done it to other countries. That's all that I can't verify, so I'm not going to jump into that. But I know that I personally don't like him for for someone who came to this country as an immigrant, who was given all the ample opportunities. He funds those ideals and principles which would try to bring our great nation down, and I don't like that. So, 1954 sees the birth of Francois Hollande, French president, and that's it for this day in history. That's it for the birthdays of this day in history for August 12th. Now let's get into the meat and bones of it, the main course of it, as it were. 1676, Metacom. He was also called King Philip. He was an intertribal chief of the Wampanoag tribe. He was killed on this day, and that ended the conflict between the Native Americans and the English settlers. That conflict was known as King Philip's War. And, so the chief dies on this day, and then hostilities cease between the two factions. 1851, Isaac Merritt Singer patented his sewing machine, and then he formed the I.M. Singer and Company to market the product. So if you've ever wondered where the Singer sewing machine came from, well, it came from Isaac Merritt Singer, I.M. Singer. In 1883, the last known quagga, it's a type of zebra, native to South Africa, died in an Amsterdam zoo. Say that 3 times fast. Basically, that species of animal went extinct on this day in 1883. 1944, we're in World War II. This is a distant kin of mine, Joseph Kennedy Jr., who was the son of Joseph Kennedy Sr., Rose Kennedy. He's the older brother of President John F. Kennedy. He was a pilot during World War II, and it's on this day in 1944 that he crashed and died while flying a secret mission. In 1955, German author and Nobel Prize winner Thomas Mann died in Zurich, Switzerland. 1961, East Germany began construction of the Berlin Wall, which served as the symbol for the Cold War, but it also separated East and West Germany, East and West Berlin, and that wall would be there until it fell in 1989. 1966, during a press conference, John Lennon apologizes for saying that his band was more popular than Jesus now. That led to a lot of protests rather, and a lot of people burning their albums because he had the audacity to say that that the Beatles were bigger than Christ, and that didn't sit well with a lot of people that were very fervent in their beliefs in the Lord. So that happened in '66. 1990, the most complete, best preserved T-Rex skeleton is found in South Dakota's Cheyenne River area. They named it Sue after Sue Hendrickson, the paleontologist who discovered the fossil. And we're almost there. 2014, actress Lauren Bacall died at the age of 89. Now, Lauren Bacall was known for playing roles of provocative women who had this tough exterior, but really was a softie inside. I've never really watched any of her work. I mean, I know the name because she was kind of a famous household name, really. 1827, William Blake, he was a British writer and artist. He died at the age of 69. So we're going to like featured events. So that's why I jumped back to 1827. 1877, here's the big featured event right here. William Blake was like a featured person of history. 1877 is this featured event. The phonograph is invented by Thomas Alva Edison. It's invented on this day. The early recordings were basically indentations embossed in tinfoil by a stylus, by a vibrating stylus, I should say, and that's how the original phonograph. And if you don't know what a phonograph is, it was a recording device. It was we were able to record voice for very limited. I mean, it was as long as your tinfoil thing lasted, or your record or whatever it was that was being used. But you would spin this dial. It was actually featured in Little House on the Prairie, actually, where Nellie Olson was playing with it, and like she turned this. It's like a little box, kind of like a turntable, right? It had this big, huge brass speaker, and you spoke into that speaker as you're turning this dial, and then do something there, and then as you're turning the dial, it would play back what it just recorded. They started recording voices that way, and the technology led to the advent of recording voices by way of microphones, and of course the silent film era came, and then after the silent film era went away, and then they figured out how to marry audio with video to make motion picture movies. So, and that's it for this day, August 12th. Thanks for sharing it with me. I'm going to go reflect more on my sobriety birthday, and go to work. All right, take care.